Mm. Hey, hey. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing well.
So you can also email me and just put your school, and then I can let you know if that school.
Pause my thing. What's going on, everybody? Y'all know I got a whole bunch of stuff up my sleeve for y'all tonight. Okay. All right. Well, I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday. I am actually sitting in the car, if y'all can't already tell. So, if y'all got questions, as always, please drop them. How you doing, Keisha? Thank you for being here. Please follow if you have not. Subscribe the whole 9 to your girl's TikTok channel, because I'm going to keep you up with the business. First and foremost, let me just start off with local stuff. If you are a Floridian, I did just put out a video. Florida does have a grant program for homeowners, okay? I told y'all about the homeowners assistance program. Y'all got that and got the money. So go and apply for the Safe Home program. They will give you $2 for every $1. So if you put in $5,000, the state of Florida will give you up to $10,000. So that's $15,000 that can go towards your house. Hey, Miss Violet. Okay, girl, I'm gonna tell you, if you need a part-time job, then go to hold on, it's called Arise, ARISE. Okay, so I always recommend that anybody want a part-time job, you go to Arise, ARISE. It's a call center, and basically you work for yourself. And the good thing that that I like about it is, if you are a hustler, a entrepreneur, you can actually start this. You can sign up with this company as a business and then hire other people to work for you. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And all you have to do is make sure they have the internet, computer, and a desk. Okay, most people eat at a kitchen table. Most people got a computer, and most people got internet. So I can't see why anybody would not be able to do this job. And the training is cheap. You pay for your own training. I think the most expensive training is like $50. Okay, but go to Arise, ARISE. You will sign a non-disclosure agreement. You're going to answer all these questions, and then you're going to get to pick from which call center job you like to do. Okay, so I like it because you can work any type of hours that you want to. Okay, you're welcome, Miss Keisha. All right, so it says, they put the money to the back of the loan. Yes. Well, no, not with the grant. With the grant, they don't. With this grant program, and I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, Lucas, but if you do get this grant through the state, it is not a loan. They are giving you the money because I'm going to tell you why. If you live in Florida or Floridians have mostly gone to one type of insurance, and that is Citizens. That is the state provided insurance. And what is going to happen is, we have a lot of hurricanes here. So what happens when you have a hurricane? It fuck your house up. Okay. So if they require, or not require, but if they incentivize you and I to have somebody come out, inspect the house, see what needs to be done, and then they say, hey, this is how much work needs to be done. If you give this much, if you give us 25%, we'll give you 50%. I mean, to me, you can't lose. And it helps when it comes to the cost of your insurance, okay? It helps when it comes to making claims, because now you may not get as much damage as you did, because they're going to help you fix your house up so that it is not affected by hurricanes, okay? Now, it ain't gonna be 100% proof, but it's better than nothing. And y'all know my favorite word is free, okay? So going on and get y'all some money, all right? So let me see what y'all saying. Yes, thank you, Keisha, for typing that. Arise. All right, so the grant is called the Florida Safe Home Program, okay? If you live in Maryland, they don't have this. This is just a program that they have that is in Florida. All right, so let me tell y'all. So y'all know it's December, okay? So the reason I wanted y'all to be here is because December means y'all need to get ready for January. All right. So I'm already getting ready, helping y'all get ready for January. I know y'all worried about the gifts, and y'all got the babies, and y'all got New Year's and what y'all gonna wear and all of that stuff. And that is great. But let me tell you, come January, y'all gonna start receiving a lot of documentation in the mail, and I'm gonna need y'all to keep it. Okay. I'm gonna need y'all to hold it together for your tax preparer. Those W-2s, those 1099 Ks, if y'all are using Zelle, if y'all are using Cash App, and a lot of y'all are using Cash App. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, if you have a Cash App account, if you're not sure if you have a personal or business account, you need to log in and take a look. Why? Because Cash App does show you your bank statements. Some of y'all didn't even know it, but you do have a bank statement. And the reason why I want you to go is because after 3 months, they disappear. You can't see them, but they can. So y'all need to start putting in your calendar a schedule so that you can go and get your Cash App statements. Why? Because at the end of the year, you need to make sure that the numbers are right. The math needs to math. Why? Because you're going to have to pay taxes on that money. Even if somebody sent you some money and it was just a loan. How is Cash App supposed to know if you didn't put it in the memo? Okay. So y'all need to get ready for those 1099 Ks. Y'all also need to be prepared in the event you receive a 1099 C. That is for anybody that got their, taxes, not taxes. If you got any debt that was written off, if you went and settled the debt, but you didn't pay the full amount and you paid less, that debt collector or that bank or that credit card company is probably going to send you a 1099K. If your student loans were wiped off, we just going to leave we don't know because they're not telling us, but be prepared that you may receive a 1099K because that is a cancellation of debt. Excuse me. A 1099C is a cancellation of debt. A 1099K is for third-party merchant agreements when you receive income that way. All right. So y'all need to make sure that y'all have those things. The reason I'm telling y'all this is because, and I'm going to get to y'all messages in a second, is because y'all see how slow the IRS was processing stuff this year. Okay. They're going to be slow again this year. They already going to do the PATH Act. So that means you're not going to get your taxes until February. Again, that means that's when they're going to go in. Then you're going to get your money. But if you are not making sure that your taxes match with what they have, then you could, well, I put it like this. You have a strong chance of being audited. Desk audited, okay? And desk audit means no, they're not asking you to fix anything. They're just going to send you a letter in the mail and say, fix it. All right? Share, tag, all that good stuff. Y'all know I don't really know how this works. I just get on here and I go. Okay? So, support your girl. I want my channel to grow because I actually give out good damn info as compared to some of these people that are on here and just dance. No shade, but this is the stuff that keeps your life moving and keep you going. This is the information you need to live with, all right? And that's what I'm giving you, okay? So make sure that you are prepared for those things. I'm going to go and look what questions you guys have asked. I know y'all going to have some. All right. Okay. So we talked about the grant. Nothing for New York City. It says, hey, I was trying to find you. What application do I need to fill out for the forgiveness of the loan? If you need to fill out the forgiveness of the loan, and I believe you're talking about the borrower's defense. If you are new here and you haven't been here before, every week I talk about the borrower's defense. Okay. That is individuals who are getting their student loans wiped off based off of their school being sued or their school being closed down or shut down or the school lost their accreditation. There is a lot of that going on and y'all are still carrying these debts on your credit report. If one more person tell me that they have loans on their credit report from ITT, I'm a scream. ITT has been closed for, 8 years, 10 years, and you still carrying that debt on your report. The borrower's defense has been out, guys, 2 years ago. But it's been like this, okay? I've been talking about it for the past 2 years. Let me tell y'all now, if you have not, please make sure you go to my YouTube channel. I put out 3 videos a week, okay? Because so much is going on, and I swear on everything, I be trying to give y'all these gems. I be trying to put y'all on game, because if you haven't realized, living life, it's a game. And if you don't know them cheat codes or you don't know how to maneuver, baby, you going to struggle and life going to be hard, okay? I talk to a lot of y'all. Thank y'all for reaching out about y'all credit. about y'all businesses, about taxes, and it's okay that we don't know everything. I don't know everything, but I do my best to steer y'all in the right direction. Okay, so please, if you have not heard of the sweet lawsuit, you can send me an email for the list. All right, I tell y'all I can do that every week. So you can send me an email for the list if you need it. I already have a video out. It's in one of my pinned videos. And it has the list of schools. Okay, so you don't have to worry about going through my videos. It's already pinned. You can go and look. All right. So let me see what else y'all saying. Again, follow if you haven't followed me already. If you got a question, drop it. And I'm going to get back to my list because y'all know I be writing stuff down that I got to go over with y'all. Let me see. Miss White, where is what? I'm sorry, I missed that. It says, please respond to my email regarding the borrower's offense. Akusa, I'm sorry. I thought I responded to everybody. If y'all sent me a message, send it to my email, not in this TikTok thing, because TikTok be monitoring all those messages. And it's just difficult to talk to y'all there. So I don't know if you send it to my shamikasaves at Gmail email. You can. That will help me out a lot better than TikTok. Okay. And if I missed you, Akusa, and I'll check my spam, but I don't remember seeing your name. It says, why have they been quiet about these schools closing? They've been quiet about the schools closing because who wants to have to pay all you guys millions and billions of dollars? Come on. If I knew something that you didn't know and I knew that all I had to do was post. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a quick example because I do divorces, right? So if a person gets a divorce, and say that the other spouse doesn't want to sign the paperwork. And I know that's a lot of y'all who are married and y'all don't want to get a divorce. But say you get a divorce and the other person doesn't sign. Did you know that you could just advertise it in the paper? Now, it doesn't even have to be the damn paper in the county or the town that the individual lives in. It just has to be one in the state. Now, that almost sounds like it's cheating, right? Some can say yes and some can say no. But that's the same way the government is. They put it out there, but it's not their fault that you didn't find where they put it. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell y'all where they put it. Y'all probably never even heard of this before, but the government is required to make a record of every single thing they do, every single day, every hour, every minute. They have a record. No lie. But if you want to see the decisions or the changes, this is how I stay up. Go to Federal Register. You can go right to the Federal Register and it will tell you everything that's happening. Sometimes I can't keep up with the news. Okay? Now I'll go to the Federal Register and I'll see, well, what new law has came out. That's how I know what's going on with veterans. That's how I know things that change when the CARES Act or what things went with COVID. Now, not everything is going to be in that one place, but that's a good place to start. Okay? All right, so that's why they've been quiet about it. Because it's easy to be quiet. Nobody wants to pay all that money back. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Okay, so Laura says, can you please talk about the Equifax lawsuit? I think you mean Experian. And if you don't, I'm going to type in it right now. But I'm glad that you did it because I actually am doing a video for somebody. And like I said, y'all go to my YouTube if you haven't. It's youtube.com, but it's Shamika Saves, the same one. So if you're talking about the Experian lawsuit, let me tell you about that one because that's actually on my list to talk to y'all about tonight. So a lot of people have been putting on Facebook that you can get $20 and $100 through going and doing this Experian lawsuit. That's all cap. It's a lie. First of all, Experian is being sued this time for tagging certain people as having addresses that were fraudulent. And because of that, you guys would not know, okay? It has everything to do with their reporting in the Metro 2 system. There are risk factors and scores, okay? This is what I talk about. If y'all watched me last week, we were talking about how all your information is out there, your prescriptions, are you a high risk, are you low risk? All that stuff is out there about you, okay? So the same thing here with Experian. They put out information about individuals having addresses that was incorrect, and now they gotta pay. So they break you down into two classes. So hold on, I'm searching this Equifax lawsuit. So they break you down into two classes. You could be a policy class or a money class. And y'all know the class we want to be in. Money class, okay? Money class gets anywhere between $300 and $900 through the Experian lawsuit. If you are a policy class, you only get 2 years of free credit monitoring, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, This goes back to what the other individual just asked me. I bet you a lot of y'all are going to apply. And because you can't prove it, because you don't know, because you're not privy to a lot of that information, a lot of you guys are just going to be in policy class and you're only going to get free credit monitoring. Why? Because they know that they endangered people, but they know who they endangered. But they are waiting on you guys who don't know you've been endangered to go back and say, hey, you did this to me. It's crazy, but that's exactly how class actions work. These companies already have a list of who was affected. They know. They just don't know if you know. That's why, and I'm just going to tell y'all straight up and down, I do not encourage anybody to do anything fraudulent or lying, okay, or any of that, okay? Everything I say is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Y'all not going to get me in trouble, but I will tell you this. Classaction.org, classaction.org. Anybody want to type this down for the next person? Help them out. Classaction.org. You can go there, I promise you, at least once every 3 months. There are so many class action lawsuits on there that do not require proof. It don't even make no sense. Now, again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. But what I will say is a lot of us are getting taxed the hell out of our money. We get taxed a lot. Electric bill, phone bill, light bill. I mean, wouldn't y'all like some of that money back? I mean, the taxes don't be a lot. $5 here, $10, $20. Well, so are those class action lawsuits. Now, again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But that's one way, okay? So they know. They just hope that you don't know. All right, let me move on. Let me see what y'all saying before I go back to my list. And again, thank y'all for these questions. I appreciate this. Y'all keep me sharp. Okay, it says, do you have a referral code for Arise? I'm on the site. I do not have a referral code. I really don't have any company that I'm affiliated with at all. I just know because I know a lot. Okay, I do a lot. Your sister, this girl be bored, and I get into some of everything. Okay, so let me move on really quick. Of course, y'all gonna ask the questions. Let me let y'all know that it is almost tax season. If you are an individual, you're interested in learning how to do your taxes. If you're interested in starting a tax business, I have 6 slots left. No, 5 slots. I'm telling you, I had to think about it. I got 5 slots left. Okay, I already have my regulars that come back to me all the time. That's why I have 5. If you want to, you get software, we get you set up with the bank, we get your whole business going and set up so that you can have a tax business. Now, let me tell y'all something. Tax business is very lucrative. And I'm going to tell you how you know it's lucrative. Because how many scammers you know do taxes? A ton. And you know why they do it? Because it's lucrative. So why can't you, the person with a good heart, a person who means well, who wants to help people get their money back, why can't you do it? Now, you may not make as much as so-and-so because you're not charging people 8 times as much as it should be, but you are making some money and it's easy. And since COVID, you're going to have to be in the office. You could be home. Wherever your people trust you, and I'm going to tell you, this is what I do for my clients. And a lot of y'all are my clients right on here that's watching. I ain't never even met y'all. We talk on the phone. Y'all upload your information. We do your taxes. And that's it. And you get your advance, whatever it is. So I'm just letting you guys know that they have made it so easy that you don't even have to be face to face with people to be successful in your business. Okay, you just need to know what you're doing, and you need to know who to deal with, because you're gonna have questions. And I'm not saying anybody, I'm not giving y'all any kind of suggestions or telling y'all who to go to, but if you want to, I know somebody. She looked like me. Okay. All right, let me move on. And that's also for individuals who just want to learn how to do their taxes. There are a lot of y'all that we do a class on Zoom. I take your taxes from last year and we go over it so that you can understand, because some of y'all are being trapped because you cannot read your tax paperwork. Okay, y'all see them numbers on the page and y'all get intimidated and go stupid. Okay, and it's not that hard. It's very easy. Okay, so let me keep going. For anybody that is getting anything government related, a government check, retirement check, a VA disability check, Social Security disability check, anything, okay, that's a check that you get monthly, that is income. Please be aware that the cost of living increase that is coming in for 2023 is going to be super, super nice. If you get Social Security, I've been telling y'all that 2023, that money going to look real good, that increase. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, it is increasing nice because this is proof that we are experiencing inflation. Okay, if we were not experiencing this, our cost of living increase would not be so high. Now, I'm not saying we complaining, but this is just proof that we are experiencing inflation because it costs more to live. And now they're giving you more money in your government check so that you can hopefully pay for your bills. All right. So please, if you don't know, you got 3 good long weeks to look that the things are already up. If you're a VA, if you're a disabled veteran, those increases are real nice. Woo, really nice, okay? Social Security, disability, Social Security, look them up, guys. All right, so I'm telling y'all now. So now you got you a present too, okay? It may not come on the 25th, but it will be there on the 1st, okay? Thank you, Miss Mika. I love your name too, girl. All right, let me see what else y'all saying. My email was about helping me with the application. My name is Christine Mintza. Let me screenshot this. All right, I screenshotted it, Christina. I'm going to look in the thing. Send me your, if you want to, send me another email. I appreciate it. That way I can meet you. That way I can hit you up tonight. All right. I mentioned this last week. I didn't see her here tonight, but, if you got that SBA EIDL loan, you do have a pause on your payments. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. Now, I had to go and read it because y'all know I don't want to talk about it until I know. Now, if you choose to pay your minimum payment, which is about $25, okay, and that's only for people who have loans for $50,000 or less, you could do your $25 minimum and you get to put your payments on hold or on this low amount for up to a year. Let me let y'all know something. Read what's in the parentheses at the end of the paragraph. It says this may result in your loan having a balloon payment, a larger than expected balloon payment. So if you don't know what that means that now that you are lowering the amount that you pay for your loans, that means the SBA is re-amortizing your loan, meaning they're going to take that money and they're going to put it at the back. Okay, or it's the same thing, or I can say it another way. They are basically recalculating how your loan payments are going to be. And at the end, and so it goes like this, it's at the end of your 30 years or however long many years you have for your payments. At the end, your last payment is going to be very large because you put your payments on hold. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't care because y'all thinking about right now, but I'd like to think I play the long game. Okay, so I got to keep those things in mind. So if you have a couple extra dollars, don't be sliding $25 over there to SBA. Make your minimum payment because you gonna love yourself at the end of the day when you get to that very last payment and you don't have that large payment due. Okay, no different than how student loans work. Okay. I'm gonna get to you in just a second. Let me say, if you guys want to do the class with me, all you guys got to do is just send me an email, shamikasaves@gmail.com. And I have everything already set up. I have an academy, where we go over these types of things. If you guys have a nonprofit and you want to do taxes for the elderly and low income for free, that is a great way to get customers in your office. That is something that I did. I knew starting out that nobody knew who I was. So I already had a nonprofit. So I partnered with IRS and it brought me 600 people that did not know me. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, and they didn't look like me. I like this. They're not like this. And for people like that to come into my office that did not know me because they wanted a free service, guess what I got the opportunity to do? I got an opportunity to demonstrate my professionalism, to demonstrate that I'm knowledgeable, and it gets you repeat business for other things. So if you do other things other than taxes, that is something that you can do. Taxes is a way to talk to your people to get to offer them other services. Okay, I'm telling you, when you do a person's taxes, you learn so much about them. That is why fraudsters do taxes, y'all. They got all your info, all your life, your kid, they got everything. Okay, so again, if you got a good heart and you want to make you some money, do that. All right, so if y'all want to learn, just send me an email. Y'all know I respond. Please, don't send it here on TikTok because Lord knows I don't see them all the time. Okay, all right, it said yes, I file one every 3 one every 3 months and get some money. Okay, Joy, I'm telling you, y'all better get y'all some money. I do the same thing. Let me tell y'all, if y'all have not, hey, Lisbeth, I will be back on Facebook and YouTube in about a week. If y'all do not know, I was a victim to gun violence and domestic violence, okay? So I took a month off. Lisbeth, I've been wondering where you been, girl. I've been missing you. So I had to take a month off to heal. And now that I'm back and I'm not so angry or so sad, you know, I want to be able to let that individual know that they can kick my ass and that I'm still here. So, you know, I had to take some time to regroup. And because I don't have the best internet, y'all know, I'm just doing TikTok right now until next week. I promise, Elizabeth, your girl gonna be back, better than ever. All this did was like a rubber band. It pulled me back, and I'm just propelled, and I'm just gonna do some things. So please stick around. You know I'm here. All right. If y'all need help with grants, yes. As a matter of fact, when y'all send me the email, remind me to send y'all the email of the grants that I just got. Now, I am a part of an executive leadership program, and we get a lot of grants. But because there's so many of them in a spreadsheet, I can't send them all out to y'all because your girl be busy. So if you happen to remember I said, please just send me a thing and I will forward you the email, and then you can, actually I'm not gonna forward you. I'm gonna just take that list off and send it to you, and then have at it and go apply for you some grants. Okay. All right. Let me see what else we got. Emails we got about being approved for the student loan relief was a mistake. Was a mistake by a contract. No, the emails that I didn't see anybody send me an email telling me they got approved. I seen individuals send me emails telling me that their loans, that Joe Biden sent them a thing saying that the loans were on hold because of the court case. So I didn't see anyone saying they got approved for the Joe Biden one. If you got an email saying that your loan was approved and you're not sure which program it came from, because somebody did send me one, I told them to call Federal Student Aid. That could be the borrower's defense if you applied for it, okay? If you apply for the borrower, sometimes they will give you without. But if you got an email and you're not sure, just write out your information. You can send me the email. I will interpret it for you, okay? But more than likely, you could just call Federal Student Aid and they will tell you, okay? So if you do your if you do a private one-on-one class with me, it's $99. If you do the business class, you're going to get the software. You're going to get your bank set up. You got to have your business set up so that you can start generating money. And that is $5.99. And that's because you got to pay for the software. It's not for me. You got to pay for the software and you got to pay for the training, but all the training is done by me. So if y'all live close to me, we could get together. If not, we're going to do it through Zoom. But I promise you, you can make your $5.99 back in one customer. I mean, I can't sell you nothing else. Some of y'all go to other places, but I promise you, you can make it back in one customer, because how many people you know get a refund advance? Okay. And most people who get a refund advance, they got to pay more for their refund advance. So that's your money right there. Okay. So if you sign up with me, I'll send you a Zoom class and then we'll go from there. Okay. It says your son is increasing by $73. Woo, woo. Congratulations. That is good. I mean, it's better than nothing. Okay. It really, really is. It is better than nothing. All right. Let me see what else I got for you. I'm in Florida. Guys, but I promise, you know, I get around. Okay, so we might be able to make something happen. I would love to do a class for a bunch of y'all, because you know I do more than just taxes, honey. I do more than just credit. I mean, you know, it's a lot of things. Let me see what time it is. All right, we got 7:30. All right, we talked about the cost of living increase. I told y'all to make sure y'all go to my YouTube, because I'm telling y'all, it's so much stuff going on. Ooh, it's crazy. And y'all need to be prepared, okay? Y'all need to know how to maneuver within the system, okay? Because we can't change the system, but we can play the game better, all right? I did put down the Experian lawsuit. I told y'all about the money class and the policy class. So you can do it if you want to. I will never tell anybody not to. But don't be surprised if you get put into the policy class, because they're going to say that you can't prove who you are to be in the money class. That's how they do it. It says, I would love to start a nonprofit. How to get started. I mean, a nonprofit is great to start. I like it because there are so many things. I'm going to just give y'all a couple examples of what you can do with a nonprofit if y'all did not know. I mean, you can do this with a sales tax certificate too, but nonprofits, they both do the same thing. So if you have a business and you don't have your sales tax certificate, your sales tax certificate is how you're going to do wholesale. So you can take that sales tax certificate or that proof that you have a 501c3, and you can go and put it on file at stores that you shop in. So then when you go to check out, you can say, hey, I have such and such account. You can now get your items tax free. You could do that at Walmart. You could do that at Sam's Club. You could do that at Big Lots. You could do that at BJ's. You could do that at Costco. A lot of you guys are shopping at these damn stores anyway. And y'all can even do them at stores that sell clothes. It's just all about if you set it up. They may not allow you to do it in the store at those places, but some of the places have at corporate, you could just scan your information in so that it's already on file. And then what they will let you do is buy in bulk, or they may have a dollar threshold, or they may have none at all. Okay. If you go in Sam's Club, you can just walk in there with one thing and don't pay no taxes. Walk right on out of there. Okay. And if you have the business, if y'all haven't done it, y'all need to upgrade y'all memberships to business so y'all can get them early hours. Ain't nobody got time to be going in the store with everybody else. I'm trying to be there at 7 so I can get in and out. So there's so many things that y'all can do and benefits. You says you're in Vero Beach. I am not that far. Miss Desire Bliss, send me an email, please. Okay. And we will coordinate that. It says, do you know of any dental grants for implants? Well, what state are you? Because there is I know in Florida they have a book directory of all the dental clinics. They probably have some free dental clinics like that in every state. If you are looking for dental assistance, or just do 211, and you should be able to get that information so that you can get, find out what resources that you have in your area. I always tell, this is the right time of the year to be asking for handouts, because everybody got money and they want to be generous. So if you want to make somebody feel good, have a problem, and go seek somebody that can help you out so that you can get you a little bit of something. And getting your dental work, and let me tell you, bad dental work is bad health. That's not Shamika saying that. That's the truth. If you have missing teeth, you need to, and we got to find some ways to get those fixed, because bad dental hygiene, not meaning not just brushing your teeth, but missing teeth, that's not healthy. People like that usually die sooner. Look it up, okay? It's statistics. I ain't making this up, okay? It says 2 or 3 LLCs a good start before the end of 2022. William Rice, I don't know if you're asking or telling me, but yes, everybody should have a business, I believe, going in out of the end of the year, so that when it's time for 2023 to come along and you do your taxes for 2022, you now have something to write things off with. Taxes, especially if you're an individual that had kids, your tax return may not be as high as it was last year. The IRS is saying that. They are telling people to not expect your return to be as high as it was. Why are they telling us that? They know something we don't know? That's the kind of stuff that makes me go, why are they saying that? These are the questions we should be. Do they know these student loan 1099-Cs are going to come out, and that a lot of people are going to be around here hurting because now they got to add income to their taxes that they did not expect? Okay? So I'm just saying, keep these things in mind. They put this out, not me. People shouldn't expect their tax return not to be as much. Okay? And they're saying that because a lot of the credits are going to be different too. But it doesn't mean that some of these things are not going to be sent to you. So yes, a business is always great to have. Now, I don't want you to lie, but if you have one, or you have a fictitious name, you should be using it to your advantage. Okay? If you're in Tennessee, Adrian, we could talk about it. Okay? My email is shamikasaves@gmail. Okay? My name @gmail. It says, I was so busy eating, I almost missed your live. Well, thank you, baby girl. I'm glad you're here. Yes, dental health is important, especially Black and brown people do not understand that, but it is very, very important. That is why so many of us die and have heart attacks and it has a lot to do with your dental health. Okay. It says, if you have 2 LLCs, is that bad? No, it's not bad. I have a nonprofit, 2 LLCs, a corporation. I got about 4, 5 things. So no, it's not bad. But the thing is you can't work all of them. Sometimes, 2 you might can work. But if you got 4, 5, 6 things, you can't work. But so just keep in mind, if you have more than one business structure, you're going to be paying double what everybody else is paying, because you do have to keep those fees up annually. Okay. But if you are using it for business credit, you got double the credit now. So it's not always bad. It depends on how you using it. Now, if you just got 2 businesses and you sitting on them and not doing nothing, then that's your fault. But there is a lot of things that you could do with the business to generate money, to lower your tax liability, to be able to get things on business credit, to be able to show an income. You know, that is what I would like you guys to be able to do. And I'd like you guys to be able to file your taxes separate from your personal so that your business taxes can stand on their own. A lot of y'all, that's why y'all business is not getting no respect, because when you turn in your taxes, they looking at your personal income. Okay. The goal is to be able to show it separate. You are who you are with this social, and your business is who it is with the EIN. That's why they give it 2 different numbers, because they need to be filed separate. You can file together with an LLC, but they should be filed separately. Okay. All right, my restaurant is in a corporation, and everyone tells me I should change it to an LLC. But they're telling you to change it to an LLC. Why? It depends. I have a video on my YouTube, okay? Because a lot of y'all will come to me with these questions of somebody else telling you, and I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody is going to give you tax advice, they need to tell you why. Why? Ask them why 5 times, and they need to be able to give you an answer for all of those 5 whys to explain why, because it can mess you up. Now, I'm going to tell you. If they're telling you that you should change it to an LLC so that you can add it to your personal taxes, that might be good. Now, if you're not making a whole lot of money, you operating in the red, but you got a good job, or you got kids, that can help you, because you can file it together. So if you end up owing on your business taxes, your personal self and your kids, those rebates, those credits you get can lower what you would owe. But that would be probably only one of the few reasons I would tell you to do that. I'm going to say this, and then, let me see, 7:37. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get back to y'all questions. If you are thinking of changing from an LLC to a corporation, you need to understand something. If you have an LLC and you are the owner of it, that is all that you are. You are not an employee. You can hire people, but you are not an employee of your own LLC. Now, how many people ain't never heard that before? I'm sure it's a lot of y'all, and you can look it up. If you are a corporation, the corporation owns the business. So you can be an employee, which means you can cut yourself a check and get and pay yourself by 1099 or pay yourself by W-2. It has everything to do with your goals. You know, tax planning is important. You got to figure out what it is you're trying to get. What are you trying to look like on paper? You know, are you trying to look like the biggest boss of them all? You may want an LLC, but do you want to look like an employee like the rest of your people that are working? Not that it's bad, but it could be good. You need to understand about double taxation and being taxed one time. A LLC tax you once, corporations tax you twice, but it's a reason for it. But it has everything to do with your situation. So don't let them just tell you one thing, because that's not good enough. We need to go down the rabbit hole to find out if it's good. And a 1-layer answer ain't enough. I need you to hit them with the 5 whys. Okay? All right. I hope that helped you. Again, if y'all want to do a consultation, y'all know y'all can book those with me. And I talk to y'all just like I'm talking to you now. My consultations, I think for 30 minutes are $45. And if it's an hour, it's $75. But I promise you, you're going to get a whole ear full of stuff. And you're going to have to bring something to write with. And y'all know, if you book with me before, bring you something to write with and a notepad, because you will have to look up stuff when we are done. Okay? It says, can you pay each LLC to make money? Why would you need to pay each LLC? Help me understand that one. I don't see why you would need to pay each LLC to make money. Are you meaning can you pay, earn money so that you can show that your LLC is making money? Yes, but you would need to do that through your bank. Okay? The only way to show that your business is making money is in a bank account. And if you have 2 LLCs, that means you need 2 bank accounts, not 1, because we need to not commingle. We don't want to do this with our money, especially when they belong to 2 separate businesses. They need to be separate. That's why they give you a separate EIN number, because that's the way the IRS tracks your income. Okay? All right, let me see. Sending love from San Diego. Hey, Jazz. Thank you. It says, I file separate. Great. I think that is so good. A lot of people don't file separate because they are so afraid of owing, but it's good. It's not bad to owe the IRS. Now, if you owe thousands and thousands, okay, but it's not that bad. It says also, if you have an LLC and you have children, starting next year, you can employ children tax-free. Well, that is so great, Miss. We Where photographer. You can hire your children now to work for you too. It does help lower your tax liability, parents. So if you make $100,000, but you hire your kids and you pay them 10, now they tax you on 90. So it's not always bad. See, that's the thing. We see the IRS and we get scared. You should see the IRS and get excited. You know why? Because you need to find out how can you find a loophole for you. That's exactly what rich and wealthy people do. They don't run from the IRS. They look at that shit and go, oh, I could do that. Oh, all I got to do is buy this car. How many of y'all that got a business bought a car and wrote it off? How many? How many of you guys have bought a car in the last, 3 years and actually wrote that full value of that car price off on your taxes? A lot of you haven't. Not that you have to, but if you got a car and you have a business and you use it for your business, why haven't you? Some of these things that we don't even take because we don't know, but they've been putting it out, and that soon that may go away. That ability, we don't know yet, but they're looking at trying to take that away. So, if you guys are looking at trying to get you a car, y'all need to try to look and get it before 2025. Okay. All right. Let me see what else y'all saying. And it says, and you get a $15,000 tax deduction per child. Look at that. I just said, now see, that's great. Who wouldn't want a $15,000 tax deduction? Okay. Just because it's a tax deduction doesn't mean you're going to get $15,000 back, okay? All that means is if you owe, they're going to lower your taxes. Remember, everything about the IRS is either to make you pay them or to lower the amount that you have to pay them. That is it. They want money. They are not in the business to never get anything. But your job is to lower the amount you have to pay them. That's why it's a game, because they giving you the books every year that's telling you what you got to do. How many of y'all are getting it? Remember they used to send those IRS books, used to get them at the post office? You know why they took them away? Because they want you dumb. Y'all don't remember? I remember getting those from the post office. Maybe I'm telling my age, but I remember they had all the little 1040 books at the post office, but not no more. If you need to get in contact with me, shamikasaves@gmail.com, okay? Listen, I told y'all last week that I was going to have the book up. The link is up on my bio. If y'all want to know about these companies that are reporting on you, that's actually what I was going to do tonight, but we didn't even get to it. But I was telling y'all about the consumer credit reporting companies, the medical bureaus that are reporting on you, the rental companies that are reporting on you, the companies that report on you when you return too many items, or when you return items to the store, they report on you. You getting medication for the pharmacy, they reporting on you. So it is in my the link is in my bio. All you got to do is click on it. It takes you to my store, and you can go to my download. It is 99 cents. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing it to you, but the reason I charge you 99 cents is because I gave you the instructions on what you need to do to make this be effective. Now, it don't make no sense to charge you for something you can find, but you wasn't going to find it. I found it, but I'm telling you how to make it work for you. Okay. This is stuff that you need to do twice a year, guys. This is how you can keep some of your information off the internet. All right. Very hard to do, but this is something that you have to make a concerted effort to make sure you do. Okay. It says I have 3 kids under the age of 16. If you got 3 kids under the age of 16, your taxes should be okay. But it depends on, by the time they get about 8 or about 10, they ain't getting you as much as they used to, unfortunately. Okay. It says, your thoughts on the federal government contracting. I think federal government contracting is awesome. I can tell you, I got a government contract 3 months ago, and it has not been the easiest thing because they don't give you a lot of information up front, but I am learning a lot of stuff on my own. But it can be very lucrative. You can make a lot of money. I think that if you are interested in federal government contracting, you need to, well, you know what? I did have a class on that. So if you want to do a one-on-one, I could do a one-on-one class. Because you need to make sure you got your certifications. You need to make sure you got your capability statement. You need to make sure you know how to understand and read these contracts so that you can see the type of contract that they're offering. There's different prices, firm fixed price, cost plus. I mean, they have different types, so you need to see which type to see if that's something that you want to do. So if you get accepted for a contract and you can't provide that service, baby, it's over for you. So we don't want you to take something that you can't not do. So if you want to do government contract, and I'll never tell you not to, it's very lucrative. You just have to make sure that you're informed when you're going into it. Okay. It says, do you have to issue your kids a W-2 form? You can issue your kids a W-2. Yes, that is completely fine. Let me tell y'all, The youngest person that I did taxes for was a 5-year-old girl. And I know a lot of people think that kids don't file taxes. Yes, they do. There is, and you know what's crazy? Is it's so hard to find that answer from the IRS. But here's the answer. If you ever want to know how old do you have to be to file taxes, there is no age. As long as a person is paying taxes to the IRS, they are entitled to a refund. So this goes to you guys who have kids in college. Do you know how many kids, oh my God, do you know how many kids are in college that work at the grocery store or at the school, library, the bookstore, and they don't file taxes, even though they only probably made $4,000 for the year? Who cares? You still probably paid $200 in taxes. Even if your parents claim you, they can still file their own taxes. That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions out there. 2 people can file taxes for the same person. It just has to be done correctly. Okay, so yes, you can issue your kids a W-2. This 5-year-old girl and her sister, they were actresses, and they were issued W-2s from the company. Okay, and although the daughter was not old enough to have a bank account or any of that, her parents had a bank account with her, but she definitely was issued a W-2. You know why? Because she was earning money and she has a social security number, so she can be reported to the IRS. So she basically don't even have to work that long before she get all her points in where she can draw a retirement. Okay, and if y'all didn't know, you do have to earn 40 points in order to draw a retirement from the social security, and she's starting at 5, so she'll be able to retire real early. Okay. All right. Let me keep going. I want to, but don't know how to do it. If you're talking about taxes, holler at me. It is not hard. Okay. We definitely can work that out. All right. Let me keep saying, do you have the issue? Okay. I read that. It says, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do that. Yes, you can. It says, girl, I need to put my truck on it. Absolutely. I'm telling y'all, it has to be in the following year that you bought it. So if you buy a car in 22, you have to put it you would put it on your taxes when you file in 2023. But you know, in 2023 you're filing for 22. Okay, so yes, you can write off that full amount. Now it doesn't mean you ain't gonna make the car note, because you definitely still got a car note due. The bank ain't got nothing to do with IRS, but it is a good way that if you owed taxes, that's how you lower your tax liability. That's it. Now if you don't owe no taxes, you can put it on your taxes, but it ain't going to get you no more money. But if you did say you owe $2,000 and you put that $40,000, $50,000 car you bought, you're going to owe this much. And you're probably going to get a return now. You know what I'm saying? It's very possible. So don't be missing out on credits. That's the thing. We be giving up money when we don't have to. That's my only issue. Okay. It says buy a car in your business name. That's great. No, you do not have to buy a car in your business name to do that. All the IRS says is you have to be able to you have to use it for your business. It can be your car you got in your name. It is not easy for people to buy a car in their business name. People make it seem like it's so easy. You know why it's not that easy? Because a lot of y'all don't have good regular credit. So you can't secure the car in your business name because the bank don't want to put that risk. They want to put it on you, not your business. You see what I'm saying? So you're asking the bank to finance a car in your business name, but your personal credit ain't right. Why are they going to do that? No, they get more money if they put it on your personal credit because they can charge you more interest. So they will never put it on your business. But if you go in there with a 750, 800, absolutely, they'll slide in your business name at no time. Why? Because there's no benefit for them on either side. The advantage is the same. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So the advantage is the same for them. So they have no reason to move it to do anything for you. Okay. So you could do that and buy it in your personal name, okay? It says any loopholes for single filing, deductions, etc. Absolutely. The biggest loophole for single filers is to have a business. I tell single filers this all the time. This is why you guys owe, because you have nothing to write anything off against. At least people with kids got kids. So if you need something, you're going to need to have a business, whether that's an LLC, corporation, or a fictitious name. You will need to be able to have something to write off in order to get you a return or to even lower the amount that you owe. Single people get the shaft. And you know why? Because we are taxed more. Look at the standard deduction chart. Single people, they're taxed on, what was it? Anything over 12,800. I could be off. I think it was 12,800. But if you made anything over that, they taxed you on it. But if you had a household, it's 18,450. They tax you on anything over that. So it's a difference. So if you're single, you automatically get the axe and get taxed with a lot. So the only way to slow that down is to have a business. That is the best and the only loophole, because they took everything else away. Okay, now unless you got money and you want to do IRAs and your retirement, those are other things you can do too. But a lot of folks don't have enough money to do that. So your best loophole, ma'am, would be to have a business. Okay, it says my truck I use all the time for my business. How do I write it off? But it's my business, but it's in my name, not my business. It doesn't matter. There is a section called golly, let me get y'all. I don't want to tell you. I think it's section 1023. Hold on. There is a section on your taxes. So when you go to do your taxes, you could tell the person that you want to write off your vehicle. And I'm gonna tell you what form they gotta put it. They gotta put it under. I'm gonna tell you. It is, hold on, y'all. Now there are some requirements. It gotta be like over 6,000. Is it over 6,000 pounds or under 6,000 pounds? I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing. But I'm going to tell you so you can look up this form. 179. I could not look at section 179. You can look that up when we get off here. Somebody could type that in for the next person. But look up section 179 deduction. You will be able to write off the full price of the vehicle. I promise you, you will. But it has to be meet a certain weight requirement. And you also have to be able to use it for your business. I think it has like a percentage of the time. They're not going to know. They're not in your car. They don't know. Okay. But most time you're going to be able to meet all that. It's just, again, you may not receive a larger refund. All it can do is lower if you owe anything. Y'all need to understand the difference between a credit and a refundable credit, a non-refundable and a refundable. Okay, a refundable credit is the stimulus. You know how you guys didn't get your stimulus check and you went on your taxes to claim it and it came back to you? That is a refundable credit. But if stuff like this section 179, you can put it in and it'll show up on your taxes, but it doesn't give you any money back. Okay, so though you need to understand the differences. A lot of these earned income credit, that's a refundable credit. Okay, that's why people with kids make so much money, because they get refunds. Other people without, they don't. So the way you make that happen for you is you have a business that can generate and make you some write-offs, and that helps you get some money back. All right. How do you find out how many points you currently have towards retirement? Oh, that's such a good question. If you want to know how many points you have towards retirement, all you got to do is go to the Social Security website and log in, and it will tell you. Now, y'all remember they used to send y'all them things in the mail that says you have been working for this long, and if you were to retire at 62, this is how much check you would get. You know why they're not putting that out no more? Because they don't know if they're going to even have any money to pay y'all. Ain't that crazy? I know y'all remember getting them things in the mail. I know I do. And again, I know I might be showing my age, but I used to get them, okay? And some of y'all probably did too. So you can log into the Social Security website. They're going to do the ID, that ID me thing, that login.gov thing. And verify your identity, but it will let you see how many years you have worked. It will show you how much your income has been every year from when you have filed taxes, okay? But really, it's because Social Security and IRS talk, and they don't care what you file, okay? And that is how you get your points. You have to get 4 points a year, okay? And a total of 40, and that is when you are become eligible for your retirement. Like I mentioned with that 5-year-old girl, she's going to work for a very long time. She probably will retire at 65 or whatever, but she will get more money back because she started working at an earlier age. All right, this is stuff they don't teach y'all in school, man. That's why y'all got to follow your girl, okay? Because who's talking about this? Nobody. All right, let me see. Best way to get a house loan. The best way to get a house loan is to have a 640. Actually, I would love to see you have a 760 credit score just so that you could get the prime mortgages. But if not, all you would need is a 640. Please don't fall for the hype and trying to get those 580 loan programs, because your interest rate will be higher. I would tell you that if you are trying to get a mortgage, this is not the time. You should see. I'm a real estate agent. I do believe, this is just, y'all remember, this is from my own opinion, okay? If you had not got a house in the last 2 years, this is the time to wait. Why? Because we are in a deflated, we are in a crazy messed up economy right now, and what I don't want you guys to do is get stuck with a home that's going to turn around and lose its value, but you paid full price. and then you're upside down, and now you're going to foreclose. And let me tell y'all, if y'all don't know, this is why I keep telling y'all to go to my YouTube, but I did a video, and this is very true, and I said in the next 2 years they're going to be pushing mortgages on you guys like crazy, and I am telling you to please muster the strength to resist as much as you can. And the reason why they're pushing mortgages is because mortgages are very good securities that people buy. When you get a mortgage, your bank sells it to a larger bank, and then that larger bank puts that mortgage on the market. There is a market for mortgages, just like a stock market, okay? And they put that on the market, and then they package them. They'll say, okay, I'm going to take 20 home mortgages, 1 commercial loan, and 17 car loans, and I'm going to put it all in one package and sell it to somebody that wants to buy it for $1 million. Okay, that person pays $1 million. Now they own your stuff, and they use that as collateral to go and get more money from banks. Okay, this is a game we cannot play, guys. All right, so I don't want you to be forced to get a mortgage because somebody's trying to go and borrow money from the bank, and they need you to hurry up and get one. Because you know what's going to happen when you default and can't pay for that mortgage? They're going to sell it to somebody else and do the same thing, and they're going to get paid twice off the mortgage. And what happened to you? You got your credit messed up. So 760 if you can, 640 if you cannot on the credit score. I would tell you to at least wait a year if possible. I know rent rates are going up, but I don't want you to be stuck with a mortgage, because that's for 30 years. Rent is 1. Okay, how do you find out? Okay, I answered that one. It says, will I get money from my house I bought? You would only get money back on the house you bought the first year after you're staying there, because you probably are going to have some loan origination. You're going to have some points. You're going to have, you'll have a larger amount to write off usually your first tax year. That's usually when you get the most. Now, if you own a home, homeowners, yes, you still can get a large amount of tax refund. You got to do the same thing. You got to have some write-offs, okay? So maybe one of your rooms in your house is a rental. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if the IRS is going to know if that's true. You just need to make sure that you, in the event somebody come ask questions, you can defend it. But you may say, hey, one of these rooms in this house is a rental, and now you got a business. And now you can write that rental off. Now, if you're getting rental income, you got to write it off. If you are not renting and making any money, then guess what? Now you have write-offs. Think you're losing money because you got to keep the room clean. You got to change the vents. You vacuum. You got to hire somebody to. So those things are expensive. So yes, that's a way that you will be able to help lower your tax liability if you owe. It says, our Florida is requesting me to fill out a W-9. Should I complete it? The reason that the IRS is, the reason they're asking for a W-9 is because they need proof of where they're sending the money. A W-9 can be used for people with a social security number or EIN. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. All that is that's basically like a paper of me giving a job all my banking information and my social. They just put it on a W-9. It's nothing. The W stands for oh gosh, it's oh Lord, basically it's an information sheet. Okay, it's an information sheet, so don't trip about it. So yes, fill it out. It says, is it a good time to pull equity out of your house? Absolutely. Now yes, now is a great time to pull equity out of your house. What I would tell you to do is, if you're considering pulling equity out of your house, you need to make sure you had no late payments within the last 12 months, and you need to make sure that you have your taxes available. You need to look at your debt to income ratio. Some of this stuff you can do before you even having your credit pull. Go in and look at how much debt you have in total and how much of it is actually used up in credit, and do that percentage so you can see, because if you wasting their time, now you got inquiries on your credit for nothing. Okay, but if you have decent credit, you check all the boxes, this is a great time. But please do not pull any money out of your house without a plan, because I'm gonna tell you, 10,000 look like 10,000. It look like 10,000. It look like 10,000 when you eat it, when you wear it, or when you invest it. Okay, so don't pull it out unless you have a plan. But absolutely, this is a great time to do it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Miss Ro. I thank you for loving this tea. It says, what about the home I bought? Same thing. If you heard me when I talked about using that write-off, you may have a rental in your house, sis. Yes. How many of y'all got gardens? Some of y'all may have greenhouses that y'all not writing off. Y'all doing the work of the Lord and ain't even taking it out on your taxes, okay? Section 179 on the tax form. That's right. Section 179 is a section on the form. If you look under your business expenses on the Schedule C, there is a space for Section 179, and you can put in that full amount of the car you bought right there, okay? Yes, it's a bonus depreciation. Yes. Okay, let me see what else y'all saying, and I'm gonna get ready to let y'all go because it is 8. Hold on, let me go. Yeah, see, I know y'all remember getting them letters, man. I know I wasn't the only one that's a little ripe over here, okay? It says, my husband is 59 and wants to retire early. Do you think it's a good idea? He has his points. Honestly, Miss HB, the best way to be able to tell is what your income says, okay? A lot of people, they retire and they forget that when they retire, that money ain't like that. You know, a lot of times when you retire, you're going down to a third of what you used to make in some cases. So so you got to find that out. Also, he's 59. You got to find out about his retirement. If he has a retirement outside of Social Security, are they going to penalize him for pulling it out earlier than 62? You need to find that out. I say 59 is young. If he can find some pulling it out earlier than 62, you need to find that out. I say 59 is young. If he can find some pulling it out earlier than 62, you need to find that out. I say 59 is young. If he can find some a man with a active regimen, then let him keep working. I mean, shoot, you know the Bible say the man don't. When they say he don't work, he don't eat. Okay, so let him work if he wants to. If not, then y'all just need to sit down with a financial planner and look at y'all income, because y'all might need to cut some things before you retire so that you are ready for it, because the income does change, and that's actually the most important. Ain't nobody retiring to be uncomfortable, okay? It says, can I claim my spouse that is unemployed as a dependent? Would I file head of household? Thank you. No. If you are married and y'all are living together, then you are married filing joint. There is no head of household in that situation. You don't have to be head of household. Let me explain something. A head of household is an individual who has children but with no spouse. Okay, basically head of household is for all y'all single mamas. Okay, that's all it is. Single mamas and single daddies. If you are married, ma'am, you file married filing joint. And I'm going to tell you why. Because married filing joint, your standard deduction starts at $27,000. So they take both of the single deductions and add them together. So look how much money you get to earn before you're taxed. The government is letting you have $28,000 without taking a dime before they start taking something from you. So I'd rather file married filing joint than married filing separate, than head of household or single. Look at the money. Okay, follow the money. That's all right. So we following the money, and the money says file together. All right. And if he's not working, he needs to file. If he has unemployment or he has any W-2s, you can file them together. It makes no sense to file separately. It says, will I get money on my house? If it's in the first year, you will. Most time after that, you will not. Raquel, you saying securitization? Help me out. I don't want to be lost. It says, so when should we buy a home? I would say give yourself 2023 to see what is going to happen. Okay, I don't recommend anybody go buy a house at the beginning of the year. We don't even know what the hell COVID didn't even hit until March. So let's just get through tax season. If you are eligible to get a house, you will be eligible in 30 more days, okay? You get 90 days to find a house anyway. So you don't have to rush out in January. Most people buy homes in the summertime because that's when their kids are out of school. So at least if you can't wait until summertime. Let the tax season pass. Let's see what's going to happen with student loan. Let's see what's going to happen with Joe Biden. Let's see. And then buy, okay? We can't rush out there and do these things, okay? Is it a good time to get a HELOC? I think it's a great time to pull the equity out in your home. Yes, if you get a great interest rate, absolutely. I'm a loan signing agent, and I get a lot of HELOCs. There are a lot of people pulling money out of their homes because this is a good time to buy and invest. Why? Because of inflation. And if you have cash, you can make money off of people that don't. You can make money off of people that have bad credit. Okay? So some of y'all sitting around here, y'all sitting over here in y'all money. Y'all praying to God, help me. And he's saying you're sleeping in your doggone, in your wealth right there. So get your credit up and go and pull some of that money out, and invest it in something. Okay? Do your research, but invest it. It says, how can any of this apply to anyone in bankruptcy or with bankruptcy? Hey, Miss Violet. Bankruptcy is the bomb. And if y'all watch me, y'all know I love it. If a person is in bankruptcy, one of the greatest things that will help you is that you can throw your IRS debt in there. Bankruptcy and taxes don't have really anything to do with each other than the fact that you can write off the debt that you owe IRS as long as it's 2 years or older into the bankruptcy. Okay. It doesn't, let me see. That's basically it. The biggest benefit of a bankruptcy is to protect you from getting sued from your creditors. People always talking about, oh, it's going to mess my credit up. But your credit already messed up, okay? If you want to buy a house, you got to wait 2 years after filing bankruptcy. That's not bad, because it's just one federal program and then transferring to another one. So if you can't keep your credit good for 2 years while you waiting for that house, I don't know what to say. I don't think bankruptcy is bad. I just had a consultation with a dude today, and he's a young guy, and he didn't have a lot of debt, but he didn't want to pay it. So bankruptcy is always an option if you don't want to. And he had to weigh his options, and bankruptcy was a better option for him. It was cheaper. It got him out of debt, and he didn't care that it was on his credit. Why? Because he knows in 2 years he's going to get a house. He already got a car. So that's all he waiting on. So sometimes it's about being having strategy, guys. Remember, this is a game. All right, let me move on before I go. Can I sell a home if I own it for 1 year? Absolutely not. Please do not sell a house if you own it for 1 year. You are going to have to pay capital gains tax. No, if you have a house and you want to sell, you at least need to live in it two of the last 5 years. Okay, IRS is very strict about that. If you move out of a house, you will have to pay capital gains tax. And I don't want you to pay anybody any money. So if you can stay in it for another year, that is ideal. And if you cannot afford it, you need to move out and let somebody rent it from you. Keep that thing, because that money is no joke. Okay, it says the interest rates are extremely too high to gamble with your house. I agree. But which one, Amy? To gamble which one? With the HELOC or trying to get a house? Let us know what you're talking about. Thank you for commenting. Let me see. I answer that. It says, take the time to work on credit to improve your credit score. I agree. Please, people should take the time to people are not trying to fix their credit. They just want things to be just like this. And then y'all call me and say, hey, I got to get an apartment in 2 months. What am I supposed to do with that? It took you 8 years to fuck your credit up, and you want me to fix it in 2 months? It don't work like that. We got to come on now. We got to be, we got to be a bit more proactive. All right. Things can be removed. Some things cannot, but we got to fix it. Okay. Finished with the course. I also got my P10. Congratulations, Big Mom. Ooh, that is so good. See, she got her P10. Y'all don't even know what that is. A P10 is what you got to have if you're going to be a tax preparer that's going to charge, okay? The P stands for paid, okay? Or prepare tax ID number, but they know that person is getting paid. So if you're going to be doing taxes, they're going to want you to get a P10, all right? And it's $35 annually. It says, what are the rules to writing off a car with the LLC? Please put in section 179, section 179, that's all you got to do, section 179, and it will give you the rules. It's only like 5 things that it has to meet, but I'm sure it will meet it. Okay, it just has to be a car that's so many pounds. You use it for your job, and you had to buy it in the year prior so that you can write it off. Okay, I say he needs to work until 66. Well, honey, let him work until he's 66. As long as his back is strong, give him some vitamins and let him get some exercise, and he will be able to make it work. Okay. It says, can you do married, filing jointly if y'all been together for double-digit years? Yes, but if you're not, then no. Only if your state recognizes common law marriage, you can. If you are not common law married, you cannot do that. You will only be able to do one person will be head of household if you got kids, and the other person has to file single. But if you're not in the state that recognizes common law marriage, you cannot do that. It's crazy. The IRS won't let you do that. But if you're married and you divorce, you can still claim your ex-parent, you can still claim your ex-in-laws, but they won't let you do it with the other people. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But yes, you can claim your ex-in-laws if you're not married no more, but you cannot claim somebody you're not married to. Does that make any sense? But you know what? There's a reason for it, though. All right, so do you know anything about child support collections for tax season? Child support collections, this is basically how it's going to do it. I'm going to be putting this out later. I'm not going to drop that number now. But as it comes around to next year, they are going to put out that number. The Department of the Treasury has a number that you call every year, and I encourage y'all to call that number every year to see if you owe any debts. And the reason I like y'all to do that is because that way you're not getting any surprises, okay? Every state sends in information to the Treasury to be placed on a list, okay? And if you are on that list, your tax return will be held up and you will not get any notice. Now, they're going to say they gave you notice, but you're going to find out how they can't give you no copy of it and they cannot resend the same one out, okay? It's mysterious how they send mail that you never get. But I'm telling you now that in January, when I'm doing my lives, I'm going to give you the number and you can call Treasury and it will tell you, okay? Your student loans are not supposed to be taken if they're in collections. So far, that's what they're saying. Child support is different, okay? Child support is different. The state wants to be paid back the money that they had to pay the government for the government paying for you, okay? If y'all didn't know, child support is a federal incentive. They give the money to the states for you, okay? Those programs that SNAP, EBT, those are federal programs. Now, those are not state programs. So that's what child support is. It's a federal program. The government and they give money, to cover you, and then now you got to pay the state back because the state had to pay for you. So that's why they do what they do. And when you don't pay child support, what do? They block them license and they stop your passport, state and federal. All right, this is gonna be my last one. I'm gonna let you go. Bought a home in March this year at 645. What credit can we get? You will receive your 1099. You're going to receive your 1098. You're going to see your 1098 from your mortgage company. Usually when you get that 1098, it's going to have the amounts of things that you paid. That's usually what will help you get some credits. Usually after that, those mortgage credits don't usually get you much, but usually within the first year, it gets you a little something. Okay. I tell everybody, if you have a house, you need to have a business because it doesn't generate you a lot of things unless you have some way to do write-offs. That means you need to say it's a rental or some kind of business that you'll operate so you can have write-offs. Okay. If you don't hear nothing else I say, Miss Jonica, that is what you need to do, is have a business so that you can get something for your loan. Okay. It says Lee bought a house in August of 2021. Should I get money back this year? You're going to get a 1098 also. It doesn't mean you're going to get anything back. Sometimes it's hard when it's after the first year, but please put in your 1098 anyway. Okay. You guys are welcome. Hey y'all, let's see. It says, no, I don't do HELOC loans. I do I'm the loan signing agent. I'm there at the end before they get their check. Okay. But I am a real estate agent and I bought a couple homes, so I know a little bit of something. Okay. Section 179. The car must be 6,000 pounds or less. Thank you, Miss Violet. I knew it was something about the weight. Okay. So, and I'm going to tell y'all, SUVs are not over 6,000 pounds. Okay. So it can be almost any car. Do you know anything about delinquent child support and taxes? I answered that already. If my daughter lives in my house and help with rent, can that be put on my taxes? If you have why would you want to put that your daughter helps with rent? If your daughter helps with rent, the IRS is going to look at that as income, and now you're going to have to pay taxes on that money. So if your daughter pays you rent, honey, she need to slide you that money under the table and call it a blessing and keep it moving. Because if not, you're going to be paying taxes on that. Do I have to have an LLC if I have 2 rental properties? Why not? Absolutely, you should. Because if anything happens and you get sued, do you want me to come take your house? Do you want me to come take your car? No, I need to go after your business. So you absolutely need to have a separate business. Yes. And if you're getting paid, you will be receiving a 1099K this year, supposedly from the bank. Because they're going to see that you're getting a certain amount of money every month on the 1st or the 3rd. So don't be surprised if you get one. How do you pay to put your rent on your credit report? You're going to have to go to Rent Reporters. You can't put it on there. Somebody else has to. Matter of fact, I just did a video before I did this live for YouTube to show people how to report on credit, but you can't do it yourself. Can you buy anything in a bankruptcy? You can't buy anything in a bankruptcy, but you can buy everything before and then file. Okay? All right. So it is 8:15. I've been here much longer than I wanted to. I'm so glad y'all stayed with me. For those that did, do not put your home in a trust unless it's paid for. It doesn't make sense to put it in a trust if it's not. Because if you don't own it. So you cannot put a home in a trust and you don't own it yet. So put it in there after it's paid off. It says, I need a business, and it suggests for easy to start ones. Notary. The easiest business to start, period. Makes very good money. Become a notary and then become a loan signing agent. It was so good to be able to catch you since I've been working. It's been hard. Well, Big Mom, I appreciate it. And you know, you can always send me an email. You guys can send me an email too. Hit the link in the live if you want. In my bio, if you want to get the list of the bureaus that report on you, if you want to learn about my tax class, or you want to do a class with me, send me an email, shamikasaves@gmail.com. If not, go to my YouTube and subscribe. Your girl need those follows. I appreciate it. Okay. And if y'all got any questions, just send me a message. Okay. Love you guys very much and see you next Monday. Bye.